brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With it. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he fields it cleanly. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown.
There you go. Mike 59. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Going on here, 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be taken at the 10. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Almost the full length of the field, a 90. Prescott on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Room here to run. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 40. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, guys.
He'll return it from the 6. And there he goes again. And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
Here we go, here we go. Mike's 47. I got one, I got one, I got one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he lost the football.
And let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and there's a terrific ability right now.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. It's played by the defense. They're making it look easy out there. Another
Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards on the ground. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And okay, so much. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 50s.
There we go. Line in. Check, 59. Rabbit.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Now they try the right side here. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
Here we go. Line in. Mike 5'9". Quit talking about it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York.
Let's go, guys.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Week 9 wrapping up here tonight at MetLife Stadium. Time to look ahead to Week 10. Thursday Night Football. We'll be heading cross-country tomorrow to get out to the Bay Area. We'll see the Chargers and the Raiders from the East Bay. The Raiders down to 4 more. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. One play.
Here we go. 488. Lights 59. I'm coming after you. I'm going to take it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New York.
Let's go, guys.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll run it here. Yeah, the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper.
Check. There you go. All day, baby. All day. All day.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the...
So don't say nothing. Check 99. Check 99. Kill.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the... He's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
Let's go.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys...
There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a chance to see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores.
Break. 54 Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Here we go. Mike 54.
And what's that? And what's the ball?
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. An 80-yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 30. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can throw on. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Stephen Weatherly.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We're going to 53.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some room to roam now. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. On his way to a... Here's Matt Wild now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Here's Matt Wild now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Hurdles over him. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early. And, of course,
and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run him. Cowboys score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front.
54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby. That's a baby stop.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Watching the grind. In the face.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play, but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
they're focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Mike 54. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is,
he's got daylight, the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is... Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll come on and kick for a 6th time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Night, sweetheart.
1st down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man. Athleticism wins.
There we go. 4-8. Mike's 5-4. I got him. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota.
Let's go.
This is brought in at the 21. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a run. 79 yards on the punt return as his guys continue to put this this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And out will come the offense as they take over. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Man left, man left. You got 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a safety, Ron Parker, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Prescott. And that's complete to Gates. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. Pass the 20, and he's free going down the left take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10. He cuts it down. He's got some room. And all the way down to the 9. A big play here for Dallas. 81 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. He flat out... And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
They certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the position.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. This time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe... A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings.
Just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go when the rain starts.